Imagine a colossal sea of grapes, millions of tons of them, being transformed in just hours into sparkling liquid gold inside a futuristic megafactory. What if I told you this amazing feat doesn't just happen in your mind, but every harvest season? Let's dive into this jaw-dropping journey, from vine to wine, at the scale you wouldn't believe. Today, we're stepping inside a truly extraordinary place. A giant, buzzing mega-factory where grape processing reaches superhuman scale. You'll discover how millions of tons of grapes are handled, sorted, crushed, and fermented to become some of the world's most beloved wines. You're about to journey through how those grapes go from vine to truck to enormous processing halls, the ingenious sorting and crushing systems that treat millions of grapes every minute, the magic behind fermentation, aging, and bottling, all under one roof. Think of this as a hybrid of a modern factory and a timeless alchemical process, where nature and human ingenuity tango in stainless steel vats. By the time we're done, you'll see wine production in an entirely new light. Marvel at the scale. The magnitude. Millions of tons. Let's start with the scale, because wow, it's mind-blowing. Picture this. Every single harvest season, millions of tons of grapes arrive at this facility. That's right, massive truckloads rolling in from countless vineyards, sometimes up to 3 million tons in a single harvest in the world's top wine-producing region. Yes, million tons with a T. Now hold on to that number, 3 million tons. That's approximately more than enough grapes to produce over 2 billion bottles of wine. That's with a B. Enough fruit that if you laid all the grapes end to end, you could circle the earth multiple times. It's not just numbers, it's a living, breathing flow of fruit, energy, and transformation. Why does this matter? Because managing that volume requires hyper-efficient logistics, next-level technology, and a process that's as much about art as it is about engineering. Everything happens in a well-orchestrated ballet. Trucks back up, grapes are unloaded, they're pre-chilled, sorted through high-speed optical scanners, then gently crushed, all without breaking their delicate skins before it's time. It's a symphony of scale, speed, and sensitivity. Arrival and sorting. Smooth logistics. So how do you even start handling millions of tons of anything? First, trucks roll in, dozens an hour or more. Every load is carefully weighed and tracked with barcode or RFID systems, so the facility knows exactly where every batch of grapes came from, which vineyard, what grape variety, even what block and row. That's a crazy amount of traceability, and it's not just bureaucratic, it helps keep quality consistent. Next up, pre-cooling and sorting. Those grapes arrive warm from the field, and heat is a big enemy of quality. So the facility often temp controls them to preserve freshness. Then comes something really cool: optical sorting machines. These machines scan each grapeberry with high-resolution cameras and lasers, detecting imperfections, leaves, debris, or underripe pieces. And they remove them at astonishing speeds. Imagine hundreds of thousands of berries streaming down conveyors, then being zapped away if they don't make the grade. The result? Only the ripest, healthiest grapes move forward, leading to higher flavor intensity, cleaner fermentation, and less off flavors later. Crushing and pressing, gentle but massive. Once sorted, the grapes move to the crushing and pressing area. At this scale, they don't stomp barefoot. No romantic foot crushing. Instead, they use giant pillow press machines or horizontal belt presses, gently squeezing out the juice while preserving the delicate compounds that give wine its aroma and color. The sheer size is wild. Huge stainless steel belts or pressing chambers, some capable of handling hundreds of tons at once. Juice streams off into massive holding tanks, and skins, seeds, and pulp, called pommetti, are separated out. Why does that matter? Gentle extraction preserves fruit flavor and avoids harsh tannins. Speed matters. You need to process rapidly before oxidation or spoilage sets in, while still being gentle. Plus, the byproducts aren't wasted. Pumice often gets repurposed for things like grape-based compost, animal feed, or even biofuel. Fermentation and magical transformation. Now comes the magical part. Fermentation, where grape juice becomes wine. Why is this stage so captivating? Because nature and science collide. The juice flows into massive fermentation tanks, ranging from tens to hundreds of thousands of liters. Some are made of stainless steel with precise temperature controls. Others are oak or concrete for specific style touches. Inside, yeasts, either added or naturally occurring, feast on sugars, releasing alcohol, carbon dioxide, and a symphony of flavor compounds. Temperature must be carefully managed. Too hot, and yeast gets sluggish or stressed. Too cool, and fermentation stalls. With modern tech, it's all handled by automated systems. Cooling jackets, sensors, real-time monitoring, similar to a brewery, but for wine. During fermentation, you see dramatic changes. Color intensifies, aromas lift, sugars vanish, alcohol rises. It's chemistry, and it's art. Some styles even go through malolactic fermentation, a second transformation where sharp malic acid turns into softer lactic acid, smoothing the wine. Every stage is meticulously timed. In a mega factory, you might have hundreds of fermentation tanks working simultaneously, each tracking different varietals, vineyard origins, or style profiles. Some tanks are for quick turnover whites, others for long, slow reds destined for barrel aging. Aging, blending, and bottling. As fermentation finishes, it's time for aging, blending, and bottling. Some wine heads straight to bottling lines. High-speed, streamlined, robotic arms, automated capping, labeling, packaging, and out come thousands of bottles per hour. Other wine is destined to rest and evolve, aged in stainless steel for freshness, or transferred to oak barrels or large ovoid concrete eggs to develop complexity. After maturation, wines can be blended, artfully mixing different vats to achieve a signature flavor profile. Master blenders use tasting panels and analytics to decide proportions until the final cup tastes just right. Then, bottling happens. High-tech automated lines fill, cork or cap, apply labels, date stamp, and pack. It's assembly line speed, but with plenty of sensory checks along the way. So next time you sip that glass of wine, whether cheap or luxury, pause and think about the colossal journey from grape to glass. From millions of tons of fruit, through high-tech magic, guided by human hearts, to that moment in your mouth. If you're as amazed as I am, hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and share this with someone who loves a good story behind their favorite drink.